How are you? It's Nette here. I am just going to push this thing off here. I am just getting this out of the road so I can see what I'm doing. Sorry about that, folks. I am streaming. I am here, and this is what I've got. So this is a trifold card. Isn't that cute? And this is the cake. Let me show you. So the stamp set that I have just here waiting for me doesn't come with dies, so makes it quite a an easy to just do a card at home and enjoy it rather than having to buy dies. It's a little bit of cutting. It's called a polymer. Oh my goodness, I know the names, and it is a polymer stamp set. So when you stamp with this, please, you've got to remember to put it onto this hard stuff here. And oh, look at my nails. I did a little bit of gold. I put some bling. I was mucking about. I thought it was really cute because I was waiting for my nails when I did the first colour. I was waiting for them to dry, and this little girl came on with her nail stuff, and I thought I could do that. Well, obviously I couldn't because I don't know if you can see them. It goes across in an angle. It's my bad thumb. It looks more like our gold stuff that was out last year that you used to put on everything. You'd swear I've just done that on my hands, or I've been making cakes. And some of my blings fell off, so I put them on there. I'm ridiculous. Anyway, you've got to use one of these because they're so soft and light. When you push down harder, it pushes in and it gets the ink all to go onto the card. Whereas when you use the other stamps, well, they're polymer as well. But if you use the other stamps, they've got a heavier red stamp. So that's the cake, the thing I use. So this is the the card, and we're using, as I said, we're using the Azure Afternoon with so we've matched all these blues. So we've got the Azure ink. I'm using Berry Burst and Crushed Curry. We've also got the DSP from the 6x6. I've mentioned this all. If you want to take a snapshot of my screen now, you will see the instructions on how to make it. I'll cut off the thanks, Nettie, and you know it's the Cake Fancy set, so let's just do that so we get it. Okay, if you want to snapshot that, I'll put the card here so you've got a bit of a picture to remember later. Alright, go. Bang bang. So let's get started then. So we've got some I wrote them all out because then I keep them and I can make other cards. I'll remember my measurements. So this card is I'm just going to put that on there. It is, oh, this is not my long one. Okay, I'm just going to grab up my long inch one, but it's a bit dirty because I've put all messages all on it. So, no, that's not to 10. That's for 10. Okay, got that's centimetres. Alright, so this card, so I have to put it over my mess there. Okay, it is 11.5. It's just over the halfway mark. it's not quite the 5/8, it's 7/16. That's a really weird one, isn't it? It's 11.78 by 5.5, and we score. So let's do that now, and I'll do that with my other card and show you. And it was like cutting off a slither. So this is the long piece, and I will get my scoring board so we can do it here and get it right. I do love the scoring board. I've got my trimmer that's got a scoring board on it, but I find that when this sits flat, it actually makes it easier for me to do. I'll move that pen out of the road. Alright, and now you can't see my numbers. I think because it's leaning down a little bit, but that's alright. So it's just over the 11.5, and so what we're going to do, it comes with a little tool, and you can use the small end or you can use the big end. I wonder if I'm just going to have a look, because I've got a bit of shadow there. Is that better? I don't know. If anyone comes on, have a look and tell me if that's better. So our first score is, so it's 5.5 long and 11.78. So that's that minute little dot underneath there. So our first score is 3 7/8, and I think that's that one under here. I'll just check up on my list. Yes, 3 7/8, and the second one is 7 3/4. 7, and where is our 3/4? I always have to look up here. My husband's a good boy, he did this for me. Of course I should know 3/4, that's easy. The thing was, I saw this trifold. I didn't see it made like this, but I saw another one a while back, and I looked it up for the measurements. But in America they get all their cardstock to 12.5 to 12 by 12. We only get to 8.2 by 12. I don't know, not 12. Let me get a big piece and I'll show you. So this is Cajun Craze, so let me show you. So our cardstock comes in this 11.5 point and with the 1 dot over, so not quite 11.25, 11.5, just over. Right, well, so this card just takes more, and it comes by 8.2. So we often make our cards 5.5 by 8.2, score them at 4.1. Whereas in America they do them 8.5 and score them at 4.25. But we don't sort of do that. But we don't have that width to make the card any bigger than that, you see. So I had to take a slither off. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that because I didn't understand myself, and I kept cutting all the card and making cards and using a heck of a lot more cardstock than I needed to, and then I slowly realised. Alright, so first of all, as you can see from our card, we've got the scores. So this is our small one, and then we've got this one. So before I do that, I'm going to show you, we're going to have to cut a piece off there. So this is really a good card to do because it is easy. So there's just two score marks there, and then with our trimmer we are going to cut off from here up to there. So I sat there and did all my measurements. That's why I couldn't leave my other thing up, because that bloody blade keeps jumping off. Here it is. I don't know whether my things got sewed loose because I've had this for 3 years now, 2.5 years. You've got to be careful because they see how it can pop off. I'll try and put it up there and see if I can hold it. So you can open the arm out, and then I can can see it right down. See how the arms open? Alright, so we're going to cut it from across the top. On the left hand, we're going to mark 2 inches from the bottom. Okay, we're going to mark 2 inches from the bottom here. Alright, and we're going to lay that. That's the groove for cutting. I'm going to lay it in the groove until we get our first. So see how we've got that to there? We're going to take it right from the corner of the 2, from the 2 inches right up to the last fold. So this is a fold we've got to get into this groove here. So be very careful. Get your in the groove there, that mark. Can you see it? And then this one in here. And we're going to get our scorer. We're going to get that and do it down. And there we have our tri-card. The little way, a flapper to go home like a duck. So, alright, I'll pop that down for a minute. Oh, we're going to have to use it again to do the DSP. So we're going to fold that in. And we're going to just give it a little crease with the bone folder to secure it. And then we're going to fold this back. And I'm just going to put that down because I let that up a little bit. I haven't got, I think I've done that out just a little bit. I need to, I'm just pushing that in to make sure it matches there. Just get that out. Now, when we were, that's right, see it's all measuring now. Sometimes it's in the way you move your mouth. Alright, so we've got that first. I'm just going to put that there so you can see the card. I'll try not to move that over there. Oh look, someone left a piece of chocolate. There's no one else to talk to, might as well have a little bit of chocolate. How's that? Okay. Now, from this 6x6, I have cut a piece 3 3/4 by 5.5, and another one that is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So as you've guessed, and I have a piece here that's for my inside mat. So just to get that out of the road, we might just put that on there and get it out of the road for us. Okay, so we're just going to get a little bit of glue. Okay. And I'm just going to put that, whoops, you can't see when I go down that low, sorry. And I'll just put that aside for a minute and that will dry. That's one little bit done. So for the long one that's going to be in the middle, we only have to cut off up here. So from here we're going to, let me have a look. Now with the diamond patterns of 3.5. Now on the right side, mark down 3 5/8 from the bottom. Okay, so down here we want to mark, what did I say, 3 5/8. So 5/8 is just over 1/2 inch on the next two. Okay, So we got 3 and there, if I'm correct. So put a little mark there. 3, 3 1/4. But we want 5/8, which is 3 5/8 is half over 3 1/2, and then 1 2 3, so it's actually there. Now just to check that, I will put it in here, and look, that's correct. And I'm going to take, so I'm going to cut from that mark up to this corner. So it's the same thing, run it into the line and over to the corner of that card. Now, it needs to come off a little bit over that mark. Okay. And that will now sit in there. So what we're going to actually have to do is, did I say 2 inches down from the left? So that was not very good of me to not tell you. I'll just take that. Right, let's see if we've done it right now. Sorry about that. Now we've still got to go down a little bit more. We're making ourselves nice little confetti, aren't we? And I'm going to take off another slither. I think I should have, I will go back and fix that. Anyway, look, the basis is you're going to take it off till it fits. You've heard me saying adjust, right? Because you like to see just a little bit of the cardstock around, so we've got that done now. And we'll pop that on before we forget it. You don't need to put much glue in the middle. There's more, you know, you just do it out of habit, I think. That's better. Now you can see there's a little bit of blue all the way around. And we've still got that little problem of going over there just a touch. Alright, so look at that. You got your first bit. Now we're going to do the other corner. So it's from there, and we're going to cut from that side now. Can you see? We're going to cut from that side. So we're going to cut it. So you can do this on your card, to be honest. So you have a little movement, and that would come off at there. Okay, and if you move your card over a little bit like that, you can also see here where it comes off, and it doesn't, it stays there. Have I got it the right way? Definitely. Always double check, girls, always double check. So that's going to go in there. And we have that. Now I squared that off, I didn't square that off to the corner properly. Oh my goodness. There you go. Must be a bit nervous. I ain't doing things wrong. I like to enjoy it and do it properly. But then I've only been doing it a couple of years, so I'm not the perfect one. Alright, so you place that on there. And that fits in. And you have a nice little border of your Azure around it as well. Let's just fold this and put this down. And get that piece of chocolate that was left. Now, with our inside mat, we've got a bit of stamping to do now. We do have to cut the circle. And where have I put my... Oh, that was silly, wasn't it? I have to just... We're going to do some stamping. I'm going to use this. I'm just going to get my little boss and my circles. Just hold with me a minute. What are we using? Oh my goodness. Not the nest. I had to get so many new ones. And they're not the deckled circles. They are not the Lifetime of Loves, the Cheerful Daisies, the Scallops Colours, Countryside Birdhouse, Around the Bend. Oh my goodness gracious, where have I put them ready for me? They are Spotlight in Nature. So I've got to go through this barrel of things I've got. Forever, Lifetime, Legendary, Magnolias, Nest Painted, Something Fancy. Oh, I cut them all out. They're here. Oh my goodness, folks. They're not the cakes though. Last they were dies. I thought I got the cakes and I thought, no, I'm sure they didn't have ones, but they're lovely, aren't they? Tags. I'll have to use them next time. Alright, so where are my circles? I think I had them. Yeah. Where did I put them? Goodness gracious. Let me have a look. Oh, there they are. Did you miss me? Oh, all those people there watching, I can't believe it. Please press like if you like me. That would be really good to see. So this is the Spotlight in Nature, and this is the dies. So you know the card I've changed to put on my Facebook page, the beautiful big long card. This is the ones that you can do it with, and oh my gosh, they are so nice. So what I'm going to do is get a piece of white cardstock and my little machine, my little bossy. This little bossy is such a handy little contraption. Just open it up and you just go and it's done. So we go through with this every time. We only need this one and one of those, and then we put the die down, cardstock and the die, and another one on top. Okay, and then I'm going to hold it a little bit till it gets started. There it goes. And that's how you hold your mouth. Oh, the whole house rocks. Oh, we're going to move soon, and I'll hopefully I'll get a better table. But this was I bought this for the twins for making Lego when they wanted to, when we first moved into this house, they wanted to make Lego together. But being little twins, they are cherubs, they decided they didn't need to be together all the time. So they wanted their own rooms instead of having sleep together and have a Lego room, which lasted for about a month. They went back in. Now, I'm not going to put the die back up, but I've just accidentally cut. I just missed that piece there because I was not watching very well. Now, you get some leaves, and here you've just got to get them down. Your tool, pick and tool, you can add this little brush to the end of it, because you can take this out, and that's it for picking things up. But you put the brush in and you rub it over and get the holes, but I haven't got it sitting there, so I'm not going to waste any more of your time, sorry. I put the die back. Alright, so we have that. Now we're going to do some of our other stamping, so I'll just pop that aside for a minute. And I was so clever, I got all the stamps out ready. And I left them there, and I thought, oh, what am I going to do? I've got so many. I had to have so many stamp things. So we've got cake plates and berries. And before we actually do that stamping, what I'm going to do is grab a piece of rubbishy paper here. Excuse my notes. Now this ribbon is black and white gingham, but we're going to make it blue and white. So I'm just going to pretend to do a bow so I can get how big it is. And we'll cut it about there. And then I've got a bit for room. So that's the gingham. And if you get your Stampin' blends, one end's thin, which is great for little bits, and the other end is big. And if you just go like this, we get blue ribbon. And you can see why I did it on the paper, because otherwise I have big lines through my working piece. So I just go and put a bit on the back as well, just so that it gets dark right through. And I mean, to be honest, I'm only using the light Azure and not the dark one, because I like that colour. So I'm going to put that aside for a minute to dry. Pop that down. So let's begin stamping. Now, I know why I've got the bird. This is a beautiful stamp set. I do like it, but the only reason I've grabbed it out tonight is I want the splatter, which I've already got out on the thing. So I am going to get the splatter. I'm going to move that up there a bit because I don't want to get any ink in the wrong place, because I need 3 different inks now. Okay, so I need Berry Burst. I need Crushed Curry, if I can get it open. Don't get it on your fingers. And Azure Afternoon, isn't it? Just the beautifulest colour. I mean, I love the Berry Burst and the as well. I'm really partial to reds. Okay, don't want to get any rubbish on that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little bit of get my scrap back again, because we're going to do something called stamping on and stamping off. So, alright. So on here, see how there's some sparkle, some like little sparkle up there? Alright, so this is how I did it. So Now we get it on. Now we stamp off and then stamp on. Stamp off and stamp on. Okay, and then I need to clean that and my fingers. And that's not normally the size of stamp I use, so I'm going to actually take it off that little block. I don't like it. I'm going to put it on the back of this one. So now we're going to go in the yellow. Make sure if you have them lying out you don't pick back the same one. So stamp off and on. Stamp off and on. Now that will be covered. And stamp off and on and stamp off and on. Oh, I forgot to stamp off then. Okay. Too much talking. Alright, so that goes back in the bird cage. Might try and do a bird cage one next week. Now, some of the, I have stamped the envelopes as well. And I'm just grabbing another one for here, so we might as well stamp that at the same time. And on the envelopes I've just done the little flowers, and I've done them in the blue. So okay, and I did one inside, I did one, oh sorry, I'm down a bit further, one down there, and then on the envelope I did 3. Okay. Clean that. Now, see this little dot? It's the tiniest little dot, and that's, I'm just gonna, I don't want to get that on it. I'm just gonna get a little bit in the middle of these flowers. Just gonna get that a little bit more because it hasn't gone over. There you go. And so that's our envelope done. How easy is that? And it just gives it a bit of pretty. And we're going to put one on the inside there, and it didn't go on. It's hard to see. There you go. So clean that up. Now, I will put these back because they're so little. I don't want to lose them. Just look how tiny they are. Right. And that tiny little dot. I don't know how you get them all so little. Alright, now I have to do the rest of it, so I'll just pop this aside. Oh, actually, you know what I can, oh no, I want to do birthday wishes there, and so I might as well put that on now. Okay, and I've done that in the Azure. If you line it up on your writing on your grid, it's easier. And I'm doing that, and I want to do it really dark, so I'm going to just stamp for quite a bit. I'm getting used to my very short hair. And I'm going to put it right up in the corner so you see it when the card is. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Okay, so we are playing with gold, girls and boys. And all right. Right, you got your glue on, and we're just going to put that on the inside of our card. Can you see the colours just all matching in now? same amount all the way around, and see, you can just see birthday wishes there. I think I've done a little on, did I? Does it look straight? Oh, I cut, maybe it wasn't straight and I cut another one. Let's try that, eh? Remember my motto, if it doesn't work as good as you want it, do it again. And I'm just going to get a strip from here. These are, I keep all the little end bits, and I'm going to do the happy birthday again. And I can see I made a mistake with it yesterday too, didn't I? Get that nice and rich. Alright. Okay. Oh, it does. It does. Look at that. It's not straight. Line it straight up. I'm getting my head in. Okay. That's better. Look at that. Third time lucky. Alright. There's my little scissors. So don't forget, drop on and say hello to me. I get a bit bored on my own. And as I said, the first one that jumps on, I'll send you this card. You just have to message me your address in the notes, in the messenger. Alright, so this is obviously what I did the other day when I didn't get it, because I looked up here and see how it's got a another one on top. And it stands out more, so it must have been why it was meant to be. I don't get stressed as much as I used to, but I am annoyed with my nails. They could have stuck out better. Couldn't they? Can't you see my bling? My little blings? One's fallen off. It's because I made sausage rolls and soup for tea. My husband's away, so we have had an easy night. I had a boy home from school yesterday and one home today. Opposite ones. So I give them a little chores to do. And me, mum. One of them had to come out and help me pull some gardening out. Doesn't hurt them. Yeah, look at that. That looks better. It's what I obviously did before, see. Some people would say that they haven't made a mistake. It's a choice to do it like that. So I'm going with the flow, and that's how it is. Put this out of the road. Alright, now we have to cut out, we have to start building. So we've got Azure for our cake base. Get that nice and blue as well. Okay, so I'm going to make a cake base there. And we'll quickly cut that out. It doesn't matter if we go up a bit because we're going to put the other one on top, so you don't have to be so precise on there, but we need to be a little bit down here. So, fussy cutting. It's not my forte, but it's nice to have a set that you can just buy the stamps instead of getting all too much, because this makes a lovely card for anybody, little kids. And it makes a quick cut. I think, I mean, yes, it's a bit fancy. You can look, you can do easy drop cards that you just put a bit of DSP paper on a piece of card front and then cut this out on a circle and it will look just as nice, but I like to do things differently. So there's our cake base. Bit of rubbish out of there. So I'm going to pop this down because I think I'm finished with Azure. Now our actual cake, I keep all my scraps from when I cut the ends of my, when you make when you make the inside of your card, you cut them smaller, and there's always a little piece, this piece left at the end of the card. So just note, keep them because they're really good to use later. So there's my cake. So let's quickly cut that out. And often you can keep your scraps and make cards with strips on them. So we've got our cake. So we'll pop that away because my fingers are already blue and red. Blue and yellow. Look at them. Along with my makeup, my funny nails. God loves a trier, and I'm one. Oh. Okay. There's even a pie slice on it too. Now, what have we got next? We got the berries. So with the berries, put that happy birthday away before I don't see that. I'm going to just get this out, my mat, which I should have used on the last two, but they're a bit easier. So with my berries, I need to get 2. I always put my hand sideways because I see it better like that. So down once, and then beside it, and down twice. And that's our berries. That's our beautiful blue. It's not really blue, it's goodness gracious, what am I saying? It's black berry burst. Berry burst, isn't that lovely? So we've got our berries and berry burst. And oh, that didn't want to come off. I do like this card. Okay, so this one might take a couple of secs, just be nice. I can't believe we've already in May. It's starting to get cold, although today was beautiful. Yesterday I got all my sheets done. Well, sad. You see a good day and you've got to make sure you get your sheets done because it takes forever to dry them otherwise. My Chinese laundry happens in the house. I don't know, I've never been a dryer user. I just have never liked the dryer. I don't like clothes that shrink. And I don't know. I've always been a good old-fashioned out on the line girl. How's that? We've got some berries now. Right, let's build our cake. So back with our circle. Now you see how I did a bit of a bad stamp there. I'm going to look where that's going to sit, and I might just do it right there. Okay, and by the time the cake goes on and the berries, you will never see it. Look at that, see? Okay, so what we're going to do first is bring back our ribbon, and where is it? There it is, up there. Oh, it's a bit stiff now, look at that. Okay. Oh, actually, what I did do is I'm just going to get that in halfway. I'm just going to put those on the top of there to hold it down. Oh, maybe I'll move it up a little bit. So I'm going to put that right on the top there. I'm going to put the ribbon under halfway. Put that piece there. And I'm just going to tie it till it's there. I'm not going to pull it tight. Okay, I don't want to pull it too tight because I don't want to break off my bit. And then I'm just, oh, I don't need to really do that. I can hold that up in my hand. Alright. So, I'm just going to pull that up like that. And that one. On our cake plate. You do fiddle a little bit with these bows because you want to get them right. Just pull that down a bit. I'll do it a little bit more. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's take those out. Now it sits on the cake plate nicely. And there's a trick when you get your dimensionals. You get you do get them. Here they are. Here on the side there's a line, and we don't throw that out. We pull all the ones up from the middles. So if I was to say I'm going to put those on the berries, I'll see my picky tool because I'm right. So I pick those ones up along there. Okay. Now with the berries, we are actually double burying. We're putting a second one on top because we want more height. Okay. So, there it goes. So we'll put those to the side for 1 second because we're not there yet. And so with this one, I need a long strip. So I am going to measure that. Can you see what I'm doing? It's about to there. So cut in, and just along where those are, I'm going to take that piece off. And if you've got tape on both sides, and you can run that, and that gives it a nice. Now I could use just the tiniest little bit more there. And throw that away before it gets stuck in your scissors. Alright. Take that off. So, you know, that's waste. Some people would throw it out. We just use it. It's really good to use it. Okay. And that is going about there. And I am getting annoyed with this bow because it's just not doing what it's meant to do. It's like it's got, maybe in the back I've done it not as tight. I want you to see the cake plate. You know what I'm going to do? I haven't put my other dimensional. Nearly got my berries then. So that's probably what's not holding it up. I haven't put my other dimensional on the back. So let's get that down, and then I can sort of give it a bit of a harder tug, if you get what I mean. And we'll try again. Big fingers I've got. Oh, there you go. What is going on? That's why is it sticking up like that? I have to train it. Maybe I did it the other way round. Maybe I'll start with that one. Maybe I'll just stop mucking about and just put the bow, and we'll just suck it up and have it as it is, because that is what it is. I watched someone doing something the other day and they did it 3 or 4 times, and I thought, oh my goodness. So it must have been in my head, and it's happening to me. Alright. for a second, see if it'll... Oh, what are my dogs? Right, I'm just going to cut a little bit off there because it's a bit much. Now, where's our I'm going to put this up on dimensionals as well. I think one of my dogs wanted to go to the toilet. Hopefully one of my lads gets up and takes him outside. I don't want to go and have a mess. When we got our dogs, we obedience trained them to go to the toilet. Well, the first one we did. So we put a bell on the back door, and every time we wanted to go to the toilet, we wanted to take him, we rang the bell and said toilet. So he took him out on the lead, and if he went, we'd come in and say good boy, and he could go and play. But if he didn't go, then we would put him back in his crate and go out and try again. So now with this one, see how I put double ones? Because they're only single, I don't know if you can see there's one there, and see how they're double. So this will bring it right up top, and that's our raspberries, or see that stands out bigger than the other. And then we have our cake man, and we're just going to stick that on the bottom. And so I'm going to glue from down the, so about from under the cake is to about there is what I want. And I'm not putting dimensionals because we've already got enough. Now I'm just going to check that that's the bottom of the cake. Now we've got one more. Alright, and now I'm going to make sure that's straight, because you know I get things in the wrong eye. And I'm really annoyed with this bow. Yeah, I've just pushed that over a bit. You've got a few seconds to go with this, Wiggles. Okay. And there you go. You have a beautiful card and an envelope that matches, and of the 55 people I might get a winner. No, I haven't even got 55. I just like talking to myself, obviously. I hope you enjoyed making that. Ironically, I was watching a girl, Kayla, the other day, and she made a card which is like circles and circles, but she used the stamp set cup of tea, and I don't, not cup of tea, coffee, and I don't have that. So I watched her and I made it using the cake, and that's why I thought I'd use the cake, because I thought I love the blue, I love that. But when I was watching her, and it was like, because my husband's away and the kids were doing their own thing, I thought she was on Saturday night, me Saturday night doing a card. So I made that one, and it made me think, oh, I love the cake and the cake plate and everything. So I thought, and look at that, cream pie is how I've stuck it up. That's its thing. So it's so nice how you can see it in different colours and different ways. So that's a fun fold, and that's a fun fold. Aren't they lovely? Anyway, thank you very much for entertaining me tonight, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Let me get my turny-offy thing, and have a lovely week. Bye. I'll see if I can do my nails better next week.